You'd be holy like why? How could you pray every day when you don't go to the mikveh before? And if you go to the mikveh before, then you'll be holy. So the Perushim told back to the Tovlei Shacharit, it's not true. You're missing the whole point. The whole point why there was mikveh is in a person should not be busy with his wife every night, right? If you go every day to the mikveh, so then what's the whole point? You're going anyway every day. So there's nothing to stop you. Yeah, there's nothing to stop you from living with your wife every night if you're going to go to the mikveh every day.
But there'd be no reason not to be with your wife every night if you
but they don't want you to. We don't want.
No, but that's if the mikveh was a burden. If the mikveh is in your life, so be with your wife every night.
But that's you understand. Well, we're working the other way. The reason is because they wanted it to be a burden.
No, it's an accepted relationship. But it's an accepted relationship.
But what we wanted, you said you're missing the point. The point of why we wanted mikveh was in order that he should not be with his wife every night.
And why would they want that?
Because holiness meaning that's exactly what the Ramban says. Holy, it's approved, but it's not holy.
Is you're sanctifying yourself, not by what you are not doing, but what it is that you're allowed to do. There you put the holiness.
You have no other desires if I'm with my wife all the time, no?
You willing to listen or you going to... You sanctify yourself with what is allowed to you to do. Since we're not saying, well, I'm being holy by going with somebody I'm not supposed to be, that you expected and supposed to do. But with those that you are supposed to be in, and you could be in, I'm going to go the extra mile and sanctify myself there and go even a little further than that because I have a requirement to be holy. Holy means to take what is allowed and bring it up a higher level.
So if I ate 2 meals a day, would that be okay instead of 3?
That's also part. It is true part.
Pull myself back from food.
Anything that you pull yourself back from, exactly. Anything that you pull back yourself, exactly. If you, for instance, if you pull anything that's exactly right.
Eating, drinking.
The only thing that you're supposed to add. The only thing you're supposed to add. The only thing you're supposed to add and not do less is something that has to do with the spirit. Okay. There is Torah. So learn, that is just the countermeasure.
Whether or not I'm being holy, how do I understand what I'm doing is not... I hear what you're saying there, but yet it's still, for me, very difficult to say I am being holy as opposed to being just everyday activities.
No, so we mean what's the measuring stick? What would be the measuring stick? Well, so let me finish and I'll explain it. Yeah. So the Ramban says the Chazal say it and they use it in a couple of words. What they say, Kaddish atzmacha b'mutalach. Sanctify yourself in something that is allowed. That's what Gaon said. Something that's permissible. That if you are able to then sanctify yourself by pulling away the things that are permissible, things that are the things that are prohibited. Okay, I mean that everyone has to do, but things that are permissible as kaddish hasmachul mutalach. Now the thing is like this again. But since we're talking about something that's subjective. We're talking about something that's subjective. There are certain things that the Rabbanan put into the body of law. The Rabbanan put into the body of law of which things extra halachas that the Rabbanan put, things that are that midoraita are permissible. Yeah, the Rabbanan prohibited them. But besides that, here there's subjective also. A person subjectively, since a person can a person according to who he is. And according to his what's good for him, or in a way what works for him, yeah, how he's allowed kaddish atzmacha b'mutalach as everyone on something else. Everyone, there's no set course for everyone to do exactly the same thing. For instance, where's the okay? So how do you know what yes and what no? What do you know? How do you know what are you supposed to separate yourself from, and what aren't you supposed to separate yourself from? So the Mesilat Yesharim, he writes. He has a shah called Shara Prishut, the gate of Prishut. Yeah, the gate of separation. Okay, he's separating himself from worldly desires. He says, for instance, the Gemara says, he lays it out as things that contradict each other. From one place, the Gemara says a kaddish atzmach mutalach. A person should sanctify himself and even things that are permissible, he should deny himself. And another place, the Gemara says that kol another is called a chayte. The Gemara says another, is called a chayte. Another is a Nazarite. He's called a sinner. Because Torah gave you wine to drink. Hashem put the wine into the world in order to drink, and why aren't you drinking wine?
I want to be holy. I want to be holy.
I want to be holy. But the Gemara says that he's a sinner. So where's the rule? How do I know? How do I know what yes and what not? How do I measure this? Yeah. What's the scale for these things? So he says like this. So he says, first of all, whatever, that means a person is a person, right? That means we're not. That means we don't believe, in a way we're different than the Christians in this, yeah. And the Muslims also, at least the Shiites probably. I'm not even sure about the Sunnis, but they believe in flagellation, yeah.
The Shiites do, right?
Yeah. The Shiites believe in flagellation.
They have a holiday where they walk down the street.
The
Sunnis.
Okay, the Christians have the ascetics, Christian ascetics that believe in.
Don't we also believe it?
Don't they?
We also believe it.
Having believe in or any priest has to be celibate, right?
But also,
but we believe in flagellation too.
We do.
Whipping.
We believe as a punishment.
Yeah.
As a punishment.
What else do they believe in?
They do it to themselves.
And that's wrong.
Self-infliction.
That
Yeah.
you're not allowed to do. You're
Right.
trying to take away all your physical.
Christians do that?
No.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Celibacy.
Or
So
celibacy for
like,
priests,
you would-
or hermits that they go into a
Right.
they completely, or they go into a monastery and they just cut themselves off from the world, right? And that's part of being holy, right? By them, we don't believe in that because that's not that.
Separate our holiness is
That means
only
that's
take everything we have and elevate
No,
it.
you have to elevate exactly. That means that's where the difference is. Holiness, the connotation of holiness is separate. That's true. I mean, you can't be holy if you're completely if you're in worldly desires. But like the Kotzker Rebbe used to say the Torah says Anshi Kodesh Tiyan Li, Mensch Heilig. I want a person that's holy. I don't want angels. Yeah. Some Sefer brings it down. Some Sefer says that there's a famous the Pasuk says on Chanoich. Yeah, the Chanoich was at the time. Chanoich was Noach's grandfather. Yeah, his great grandfather. He was Mesushelach's father. Mesushelach's father. Anyway, Chanoich was so holy. He so separated himself from the world that he turned into an angel. He became an angel.
So
Yeah.
like Eliyahu and Pinchas?
Eliyahu is different than him because Eliyahu has sometimes a person. He's not only an angel. He could be an angel or a person as needs arise. Eliyahu can come down to this world in the guise of a person. Eliyahu is an angel. That's true. He has both. He has both of them. But Chanoich turned into an angel. He turned into one of the major angels. Yeah, he's one of the archangels. He's an archangel. Yeah, Chanoich. Yeah,
He turned into
the Melech Matak. Yeah. So he's a major angel. So the pasuk says on Chanoich like this. Yeah, like Chanoich es Elikim. Chanoich went with God. Yeah, ve'einenu. Yeah, kilokach es Elikim. He was not here. God took him away. Connotating, meaning the translation of the word, he brought him up. He took him up into heaven. He made him into an angel. Some Sefer says he translates the pasuk like this. Yeah, Chanoich. What did he do? Chanoich was very holy. He separated himself from the world. He had nothing to do with the people in the world. Right? He turned into an angel. Right? What generation did he leave over? What did he leave over by doing nothing for the rest of the world? Yeah? He left over the Ramabel. He left over the generation of the flood. Yeah? You're a holy man. You see what's doing in the world here? Yeah? Yeah? You have no right to separate yourself from the world and turn into an angel, right? You have responsibility. Huh?
Oh, he did. He's in the wrong world.
He belongs up there. Exactly. Exactly. He was taken out. He doesn't belong here.
Well, that's a reward.
He says, the Sefer says like this. He says what?
Oh, that's right. The angels were crying. Why didn't they get the chance?
They don't. That's right. The angel says. The Sefer says it this way. The way he writes it. He says, "What? Does God need angels? You know how many angels the Gemara brings down that millions of angels are created every day. So another angel. There's millions of angels created every day. Hashem doesn't need angels. He needs people. Yeah, people that are holy. Avram Avinu did not turn into an angel. Yeah, but Avram Avinu went from place to place to proclaim God's name. Right. Right? Avram Avinu, when he came to the same year, he had a generation of the Dora Floga. What did he do? He didn't go around. He didn't just separate himself. He went around from place to place and made et hanefesh asher asa b'chara, right? And he made a whole new nation, and he made the Jewish people, right? That's what Avram Avinu did, right? He said the pasuk says this kedoshim tiyu. So the pasuk says this kadesh. The pasuk says v'skadishte v'yisem kedoshim ki kodesh ani Hashem Elokeichem. So the Medrash says like that. Yochol kamoini. You think you should become holy like me? So the pasuk says no ki kodesh ani Hashem Elokeichem. I'm your God. What does it mean here? He says what it means like this. God's holiness is two parts. There's two parts of His holiness. One part of His holiness is He's separate. Obviously, God is separate. God is completely separate from us. Obviously, yeah. But the second part is nothing happens in the world if God didn't decree it, right? Anything that happens in the world is through that. So God, he's separate, but He's involved. He's separate, but He's involved. So He says, I want you to be holy. Yochel kamoini, you should be holy like me. That's completely separate. He said you can't, because part of my holiness is that I'm involved, and in order for you to be involved, so you can't be separate. Like you have to be involved in the world also. So therefore, that part of it. So to be holy and completely, He'll separate Himself from the world. He'll go into a desert island, right? Separate themselves completely from the world, right? Eat only just enough to keep body and soul together. Yeah. Be celibate and have nothing to do with anyone. Yeah, that's we don't want that. That's not holiness in Judaism. Yeah. However, but the holiness does mean that anything extra, what's not needed, right? What's not needed. That means so if you don't need it, if it's something that's if it's a luxury, it's something that's really not needed. Holiness does mean stay away. Be separate from that. Don't because or else you're going to get pulled into it. It's like a suction. It's a vacuum. If you're going to go after this world, you're going to be pulled afterwards. There's no way that you can remain holy if you get pulled into this world. So that's it. So now what do you? So now.
How do I?
Oh, so what do you need?
Going after, like,